Revenge is a whispered oath carried by the wind, a vow spoken in silence but etched deep into the heart. It is neither justice nor mere hatred. It is a force that drives those wronged beyond the limits of their past selves. Whispered wrath is a tale of vengeance, justice, and the price one must pay when seeking retribution. In the town of Black Hollow, one act of treachery sets in motion a storm that will shake the foundations of power. Evelyn Mercer, once a gentle soul, must transform into something else. A shadow, a reckoning, a whispered wrath, if she is to avenge her father and reclaim the truth buried beneath lies and corruption. This is her story. The quiet town of Black Hollow is shattered when Elias Mercer, a devoted husband and father, is falsely accused of treason and executed in the town square. His daughter, Evelyn Mercer, watches in horror as corrupt magistrate Lord Belmont smirks from the crowd. The whispers of injustice begin. Elias was no traitor. He had been one of the few honest men left in Black Hollow, standing against Belmont's schemes to siphon wealth and power. His execution is swift and merciless, a public spectacle meant to instill fear. The people watch in silence, their heads bowed, not daring to intervene. But Evelyn, she does not bow. Evelyn, once a gentle healer, is consumed by grief. The betrayal fuels her transformation into a vengeful shadow, determined to bring those responsible to their knees. Her father's whispered words of justice haunt her every step. In the days after his execution, Evelyn is cast out from her home. Their family's estate is seized. Her mother falls ill with grief, and she is left alone. With nowhere to turn, she vanishes into the underbelly of Black Hollow, where the seeds of her vengeance take root. Lord Belmont, a ruthless aristocrat, orchestrated Elias's downfall to cover up his own crimes. With the town's law under his thumb, he rules with deception and cruelty, believing himself untouchable. Belmont's influence extends beyond the town. His alliances with smugglers, mercenaries, and corrupt noblemen grant him power far beyond what Evelyn initially understands. To defeat him, she must first uncover the depths of his control. Evelyn disappears from Black Hollow, seeking knowledge from exiled warriors and scholars of the arcane. Years later, she returns, hardened, skilled, and ready. Her plan? To dismantle Belmont's empire piece by piece. She does not return alone. Whispers of her mission have reached those who have suffered under Belmont's rule, and in the darkness, allies begin to gather. Evelyn targets Belmont's informants, exposing their secrets to the people. A merchant who falsely testified against Elias finds his wealth mysteriously vanishing. A corrupt guard captain is found dead in an alley, a whisper of retribution carved into his chest. Each act sends a message. The reckoning has begun. Evelyn finds unlikely allies, Dorian, a rogue who seeks his own vengeance, and Leora, a noblewoman trapped under Belmont's thumb. Together, they weave a network of dissent and rebellion. Dorian was once one of Belmont's enforcers, but betrayal cost him everything. Leora, forced into an arranged engagement with Belmont's son, yearns for freedom. Belmont receives an anonymous note. For Elias Mercer. The whispers grow. He dismisses it at first, but unease gnaws at him as his power begins to slip. The magistrate tightens security, yet paranoia begins to consume him. Evelyn infiltrates Belmont's estate, stealing documents proving his treachery. She leaves a single candle burning in his study, a silent message that his downfall is near. Belmont's fury is unmatched. He orders an immediate purge of potential traitors. Innocents are caught in the crossfire, fueling the town's unrest. Belmont tightens his grip, deploying his personal guards, the Black Hounds, to hunt the unseen threat. Evelyn barely escapes an ambush. forced to leave behind an injured Dorian. She watches helplessly as he is dragged away, the cost of her mission weighing heavily upon her. Leora is discovered aiding Evelyn and is imprisoned. Evelyn is torn between rescuing her friend and continuing her mission. The weight of revenge threatens to crush her. She cannot afford distractions, and yet she cannot abandon them. In a moment of doubt, Evelyn dreams of her father. His words guide her, justice, not rage. She resolves to be precise, not reckless. She must not become the monster she seeks to destroy. The townsfolk, emboldened by Evelyn's actions, begin resisting Belmont's rule. Small acts of defiance grow into outright defiance. A revolution is brewing, but Evelyn is not yet ready to lead it. She has one final target before she steps into the light. Dorian, tortured by Belmont's men, reveals Evelyn's hideout under duress. A raid follows, and Evelyn is captured. Her own ally, broken by pain, has unwittingly doomed her. Beaten and imprisoned, Evelyn faces Belmont. He mocks her, believing her revenge to be over. But as he speaks, the walls tremble. The people are rising. Even in chains, her whispers have turned to roars. With help from a disguised Leora, Evelyn escapes the dungeons just as chaos erupts in the city. She arms herself for the final confrontation. She will not run. This ends tonight. Evelyn leads the rebellion to Belmont's stronghold. His guards falter, fear gripping them as their leader is cornered in his gilded throne room. Belmont, desperate, wields a hidden blade, but Evelyn is faster. With swift precision, she disarms him, pressing his own dagger to his throat. She hesitates. Killing him would be justice, but would it bring peace? Instead, she exposes his crimes to the public, leaving him to the mercy of the people he oppressed. Belmont is dragged away, his screams swallowed by the crowd's rage. Evelyn watches, knowing vengeance did not claim her soul, but justice was served. With Belmont gone, Black Hollow begins to heal. Evelyn walks away from the ruins of her past, the whispers of wrath now a gentle wind of change. She was never just a seeker of vengeance. She was the voice of the forgotten, and their whispers will never be silenced again.